The United States stands at a precipice, its government paralyzed, its workforce under siege, and its citizens facing an uncertain future. This is not merely a political squabble, it is a profound failure of governance with catastrophic implications for every American. Vice President JD Vance has issued a stark warning. The longer this government shutdown persists, the more severe and painful the workforce cuts will become. Thousands of federal employees have already been furloughed or terminated, their livelihoods abruptly halted. This isn't just about numbers, it's about families struggling to pay bills, mortgages, and put food on the table. This crisis extends far beyond individual hardship. The ripple effect of these job losses threatens to destabilize local economies reliant on federal salaries. Small businesses, housing markets, and consumer confidence all suffer when a significant portion of the workforce is suddenly without income. The economic fallout from this political impasse is a self-inflicted wound on the nation. At the heart of this standoff lies a critical dispute over federal subsidies for health insurance under the Affordable Care Act, ACA. Democrats insist on their inclusion in the budget, arguing that these subsidies are a lifeline for millions of Americans, ensuring access to affordable health care. Without them, countless individuals and families could lose their coverage or face exorbitant premiums. For healthcare workers, this political maneuvering translates directly into patient anxiety and potential disruptions in care. Policymakers must recognize that healthcare is not a bargaining chip. It is a fundamental human right and a cornerstone of national well-being. Denying these subsidies is a direct attack on the health security of our most vulnerable citizens. The initial reports of over 4,000 staff firings across 7 agencies, including the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, sent shockwaves through the public health community. While some CDC layoff notices were later rescinded due to error, the very act of issuing them reveals a dangerous disregard for critical public health infrastructure. The fact that such a fundamental mistake could occur during a national crisis is deeply concerning. The CDC is our first line of defense against infectious diseases, bioterrorism, and public health emergencies. Firing experienced scientists, epidemiologists, and support staff, even temporarily, compromises our ability to monitor outbreaks, develop vaccines, and respond effectively to health threats. This incident underscores a critical vulnerability that policymakers and government employees must urgently address. While hundreds of thousands of federal employees are on leave without pay, essential workers are forced to continue their duties without compensation. Federal law enforcement officers, air traffic controllers, and Border Patrol agents are working tirelessly, ensuring our safety and maintaining critical infrastructure, all while facing immense financial strain. This is an unacceptable burden placed upon dedicated public servants. The moral implications are profound. We are asking these individuals to uphold their oaths and protect the nation while denying them their rightful wages. This situation not only erodes morale, but also poses significant operational risks. A stressed, unpaid workforce is a compromised workforce, and the potential for errors or burnout in critical roles is a grave concern for all U.S. citizens. In a move that has drawn both relief and criticism, the Trump administration directed the Department of Defense to find funds to pay military personnel. While ensuring our service members are compensated is vital, the stark contrast between this swift action and the prolonged suffering of civilian federal employees highlights a disturbing disparity. It raises questions about priorities and fairness. Why are some essential workers deemed worthy of immediate payment while others, equally critical to the nation's functioning, are left in limbo? This selective approach fuels resentment and undermines the principle of equitable treatment for all government employees. Policymakers must explain this discrepancy and work towards a solution that supports every federal worker. As the shutdown drags on, the political rhetoric intensifies, with both sides blaming the other. Vice President Vance attributes the layoffs to Democrats, while Senator Mark Kelly accuses Republicans of punishing people. This partisan deadlock, however, offers no solace to the millions of Americans directly impacted. It is a dangerous distraction from the urgent need for resolution. This blame game demonstrates a profound disconnect between political maneuvering and the real-world consequences for U.S. citizens, federal employees, and the nation's operational capacity. Policymakers must move beyond partisan posturing and prioritize the well-being of the country over political victories. The current approach is a disservice to the very people they are sworn to represent. Beyond the immediate financial and operational impacts, this prolonged shutdown erodes public trust in government. When basic functions cease, when dedicated public servants are treated as expendable, and when political gridlock trumps national interest, faith in our institutions diminishes. This is a dangerous precedent that weakens the fabric of our democracy. The closure of national treasures like the Smithsonian Museums and the National Zoo serves as a stark, visible reminder of this systemic failure. These institutions, symbols of our shared heritage and knowledge, are shuttered not by external threat but by internal dysfunction. This is a critical moment for policymakers to reflect on the long-term damage being inflicted. This government shutdown is not a game. It is a national emergency with far-reaching consequences for every U.S. citizen, federal employee, healthcare worker, and policymaker. We cannot afford to stand idly by while our nation's stability is undermined by political intransigence. Demand that your elected officials prioritize the American people over partisan politics. Contact your representatives today and insist on an immediate, clean resolution to this shutdown. Support federal employees and healthcare workers who are bearing the brunt of this crisis. Share this information to raise public awareness and hold those in power accountable. Our nation's future depends on it. Thanks for watching Politics, Power, and Policy. Subscribe, share, and comment so that we can know we are on the right page of delivering news that you want to hear. Until then, my friends, stay safe and informed.